I am Keegan Potato.
Yo, I'm Cameron.
Yo,
I'm Captain America. I mean Lacey.
Yo.
Keegan is driving 1 mile per hour in a straightforward direction. This is an example of velocity because velocity is the speed in a given direction. Cameron and Keegan are driving backwards 25 feet. This is an example of speed because speed is the distance an object travels in 1 unit of time. Lacey and Keegan are changing direction. This is an example of acceleration because acceleration is the rate at which velocity changes. Keegan and Cameron are standing on a trampoline. This is an example of balanced forces because balanced forces is equal forces acting on an object in opposite directions. Cameron and Keegan are bouncing on a trampoline. This is an example of unbalanced force. Unbalanced force is a net force that causes a change in an object's motion. Cameron is falling off of the trampoline. This is an example of gravity because gravity is a downward force. Lacey and I are tossing this fuzzball to one another. This is an example of motion because motion is the state in which one object's distance from another is changing. Keegan and Lacey are standing still. This is an example of potential energy because potential energy is energy that is stored and available to use for later. In this video, Keegan is pushing over Lacey. This is an example of kinetic energy because kinetic energy is the energy that an object has because of its motion. This is Lacey sliding her money to the cashier at Starbucks. This is an example of friction because friction is the surface resistance to relative motion. Lacey is sitting in a tree. This is an example of Newton's first law of motion, states that an object will remain at rest unless an unbalanced force acts upon it. For example, Keegan pulling down Lacey. Cameron is pushing herself on the swing. This is an example of Newton's second law of motion because it states that the net force on an object is equal to the mass of the object multiplied by its acceleration. However, if Goofy pushes Cameron, then you will have a greater acceleration. Cameron is pushing against a wall. The wall is pushing back with equal force. This is an example of Newton's third law of motion. It states that if one object exerts a force on a second object, the second object exerts a force of equal strength in the opposite direction on the first object. Me and Lacey are hitting each other with our weapons. This is an It's an example of force, because force is a push or pull exerted on an object.
I don't know how to say it.
Lacey.
Pit me.
With the.
Yo, I got baited.
This is an example of force because Keegan is hitting his lightsaber on Lightning McQueen. Go. This is an example of force because lightsaber on Lightning. Oh wait, he stopped on Lightning McQueen. Keegan, you have. And this is proven because a force is a push or pull exerted on pushing Keegan in the car. Keegan, you're supposed to be pulling it.
And this is proven because force is a push or pull exerted on an object. And this is an example of speed because speed is the distance an object moves in something. Because speed.
I can't find it. I've lost it.
Oh my God! Yes! Look at this stupid little thing. Oh yeah, buddy. No! Keegan and Lacey are standing still. Keegan!
Okay, it's recording. Okay, this is in. Oh wait, no. Keegan and Cameron are jumping on the trampoline because unbalanced forces. I don't know what unbalanced forces is. Okay.
Come on, board.
Okay, I lost.
This is Lacey pushing over Keegan. This is an example of kinetic energy because kinetic energy is the energy that an object has because of its motion. Keegan, are you the king?
Yeah!
What are you, Lacey?